Hey fam. So I want to say this to you right now. I'm gonna drop into some stuff here, but I want to drop in real quick. I want you to be hopeful about something, okay? You might be seeing things going a little bit haywire, a little bit crazy, but you need to know that there's something happening. There, people are seeing something. They're recognizing a lot, and they're taking note of it, and they internally are rejecting it. I need you to understand that and know that, okay? So I'm just going to say that real quick. Just know that that's happening. It's actually happening. And it's happening within small circles, it's happening within interpersonal communication with others. It's happening. But it's not apparent yet. And I need you to believe it. And I need you to stand strong, all right? So today, I want to talk about three things I hope that are encouraging for you. And these three things are stuff that I really am I really believe are big right now, and I'm going to describe them for you. Okay, so the first one's going to be the honest red pill. Okay, the honest red pill. If you know the reference, it's from the Matrix, and it's where Neo was given the blue pill or red pill. He gets to choose, and right now, I think that one side is actually taking kind of control of the red pill idea for political reasons about taking the red pill and stuff. And I actually, in some respects of it, I actually agree with it because it's change, okay? But there's also something else here that you need to see. Um, Taking the red pill doesn't mean that you go from one side to the other. At least not for me. It means something a little bit different. It means that you now have the opportunity to question without feeling guilty about your questions. It means that you have the opportunity to see the world for what it is, not for what it actually um, is supposed to be. Okay, and you look into reality for what reality actually is, and you own that reality. And as you own it, you understand your position in it. There are obvious connotations with the Republican Party. What I'm talking about is just basically about waking up. Okay, taking the pill means you wake up to see the crazy, and you wake up to see that, yeah, there's something that's happening right now that's not right. And I'm gonna just read this for you real quick. What I'm talking about is something different. It's waking up to the crazy that has infiltrated and masked itself within the progressive wing of the Democrat Party. That's actually what's happened. And people right now, I'm telling you this I need you to understand this. People are waking up, and they're waking up in droves right now. And it's a big deal because when someone wakes up from this stuff and they actually take that pill, and again, like, this doesn't mean you become a Republican automatically. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you start asking questions that are harder. What's happening is people are seeing things for their reality, and they're not liking it. They're not liking it at all because they see how disturbing, destructive, and really debased it actually is. There's some debased things happening right now. But then there's people out there who are supposedly more virtuous that seem to be better than everybody. They seem to want to educate people about what they need to become and become like. But you have to comply. If you don't comply, there's no room for non-compliance. And that's what the classic liberal is having an issue with. And this is what I'm going to say directly to the liberals, the real traditional liberal, the person that believes in the First Amendment, the person that believes in individual rights and be able to speak out and to say what you need to say without repercussions for it, really believes in the First Amendment. You are having a fight right now, and that fight is real. Okay, you need to understand that that fight's real, and your conflict on the inside is not yours alone. It's being felt by a lot of people. And me being what used to be a classic liberal, I switched. Okay, well, I say this: I became more independently minded and a lot less partisan because I realized that in both parties there's a whole bunch of shenanigans. But I'm also seeing too that when Marxism takes over and tries to take over a party, that's actually what's happened, that it means things for the people who are a part of the party. That you have to accept what the nonsensical, destructive nature of these people actually is. And you have to own it for yourself and become that. And that's where the conflict is because you're not like that. And that's why, being careful about lumping all people, if you're a Republican, that means that you're this or that. If you're a Democrat, that means that you're this or that. That's just not fair. There are liberals out there, classic liberals out there, not the neo-Marxist liberal, which is in progressive, neo-Marxist, progressive liberals. That's not real Democrats. I think that's something completely different. okay? And the small minority that is tried to, via deception through these candidates that were saying one thing, but they turned out to be something different, we all got fooled. But you're seeing who these people are now. And you're waking up to it and you're not liking it. And understand this, okay? Taking that pill means that you own the truth of what these people actually are. And you don't own what they are trying to make you to become. And that's a hard place to be. So you, as a person who's watching it, understand that you're being given that pill right now. You're being given it to by a lot of people, but I'm giving it to you specifically because if you take it, it means that you understand what you're dealing with. And that's the thing, is that Neo had the opportunity to make out a choice. It doesn't mean that you sit by partisanship. It means that you make your choice, okay? Now, the next step in this is believing in the dream. Most Americans, and this isn't just to liberals or progressives or to conservatives or whatever, this is everybody, okay? Most people who are not Marxists believe in the American dream. They believe in the pursuit of happiness in one's own life, as long as it's legal, and then doing so for your betterment, and one betterment for your family, betterment for your loved ones, for the people who you care about, because you have a dream about stuff. Like Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Well, there's people out there that want to take that dream away from you. They want to take away your ability to dream. They want to hand you your dream. They want to tell you that, hey, I'm going to give you a bunch of money, reparations, so that you follow through and you become just like me and do what I tell you to do. That's what that's all about. It's about control. It's not about freedom. It's about control. And people want to control you. And there's a lot of people out there who are being brainwashed into thinking that there's safety in control. Well, there's not. There's actually tyranny in control. And you're seeing tyranny by BLM, Antifa, these other groups. You're seeing it, and you're recognizing, you're like, man, this is not right. And the reason why it's not right is because inside of you, you have almost like a fairness monitor, okay? That fairness monitor is basically telling you, this isn't right. And how these people are being treated, it's not right. I know it's not me right now, but could it be me? And yes, it could actually be you. See, immigrants come to the United States and they know what shenanigans look like, and they're seeing it right now, and they're like, that's not right. What these people are doing, I've seen that from where I come from, and I don't want that for this nation. They know political shenanigans way more than we Americans do because we've not been exposed to it. We've been sheltered. And you as an American need to understand this, okay? The truth of what these immigrants are saying about where they came from with tyranny, with injustice, with political chicanery and shenanigans, the secrets that are being hid, we're seeing some secrets right now that are being exposed, and they run deep. Understand that we're all being exposed to this stuff, but you have to continue to believe in the dream and believe that it's accessible. But the only way that you do that is by denying and negating the Marxists that are trying to push you into a corner. Now, the last piece of this is trusting the process. People are only going to be able to take being called racist and bigots for so long, okay? It's only going to take so long before people just start to recognize, you know what, there's no pleasing you, because you aren't looking to be pleased. You're looking for me to capitulate on every single avenue of what you're demanding, okay? So there's no pleasing these Marxists. There's not. And you need to understand that, okay? No matter what books or social justice narratives that exist, people are seeing through the big lies. The big lies are, if you just do this, if you just do this, if you just believe this, if you just read this, if you just do this, if you just do this. And the goalposts are moved every single freaking day, which is why this summer seems like it's lasted for 15 years. Because people that are Marxists are moving the goalposts every single day. Whether it be religion, politics, public lives, the school systems, whatever. These are Marxists. We elected these people into office. They are Marxists. They hid themselves in the Democrat Party, and they made themselves known by how they are ruling, not governing, ruling. You understand that. You also need to understand that all you need to do is take note of who they are and what they're advocating for, and in your private life, and then in public life, you reject it, okay? You reject it. Now, this is the deal. The good people of this nation, because there are many, many good people, do not and will not buy into the lies or the accusations. You don't need to buy into it because they're not you. They aren't. And you have the courage, okay? The courage lives in you. Stand up. Stand up for yourself, your family, and your loved ones, okay? Trust the process. The process is basically outing these crazy people for who they really are. They're crazy people, unfortunately, but they're in positions of power. So you need to understand that. Now, what do? For all my traditional liberal and maybe more straight Democrat friends, I think a lot of Republicans, conservatives kind of see this right now. A lot of libertarians see it right now. But some of you, and this is why I want to build a bridge here, you're seeing it. And I want you to do a social experiment to prove exactly what I'm saying, because this will prove to you what's really at stake here. It's you individually. You're not a collective, it's you individually. But this is, you can ask some questions in your social circles and just ask critical thinking questions. One of them might be, I'm considering the reality that some of these social justice movements are very destructive. What do you think? And ask the question. See what the responses are. Another question, why do so many Black Lives Matter only to some but not to others? Okay? Why do some Black Lives Matter and not others? Why do some Black Lives Matter and not others? That's question number 2. Number 3, what if the violence doesn't stop? If we win, what if these folks and these movements just keep wanting more and more? Now you can look up any fascist, Marxist movement that happened throughout history. You can look all through it. You can look all through it, okay? History will tell you exactly what the answer is. And you have to face the answer because it's true, and people have been telling you it's true. That's what the red pill's about. The last question here is, what if I don't believe that I'm a racist, or what if I don't believe I'm a victim? What do you think about that? And ask these questions to your circles, your social circles. These critical thinking questions will lead you down a pathway that will lead you to the truth. And the critical thinking will open your mind to the truth of what's happening. Have courage to stand alone, okay? What you'll find is that you aren't alone. You're amongst friends and new loved ones. These new loved ones want to help you through this time because it's difficult. And not one of us is doing this by ourselves. There are people who are supporting me, who pray for me, who speak life into me, and it's much appreciated. But you need to have that life speaking into you as well too, and to have courage. Understand this, that you're not alone, and that you need to trust the process. Understand that there are people within your spheres that might be ultra-Marxist, but we were all fooled by some of these candidates that got into office, and they're in public office and public positions, especially in school boards, and they are straight up Marxists and willing to do things for public power and to destroy people from the inside out. I'm hoping and knowing, I'm actually knowing that the people who are yelling upon the TV screen are very much far outnumbered by the folks on the couch, but I'm also knowing too that there's an awakening happening. People are seeing it, they're understanding it, they're knowing it, and now the folks are actually responding to it and reacting to it. You're not alone, okay? I want to be of encouragement to you, and I want you to see that. You're not alone. Have courage. Have courage to stand up. Have a great day.